I'm trying to say that not everybody that's got a gun is a threat to anybody, that this is what a good guy with a gun looks like. I've had more people yell at me and say bad things to me wearing a MAGA hat than I have wearing a rifle.
With the MAGA hat, you're wearing a logo that's connected to an ideology. That's a threat.
It's weird how some people feel that way.
This is a show about activists, and as uncomfortable as I am around guns, some of America's most effective activists are the ones fighting to expand gun rights. And they aren't doing it with poster board.
I'm always trying to get rid of the shock factor of seeing a gun. I think people have been conditioned, oh gosh, there's a guy with a gun, I'm gonna call 911.
That's a good condition.
Well, is it? When I see somebody going to church, I don't call the police and say, hey, they're exercising their First Amendment rights.
Yeah, well,
Oh my God, this dude is f***ing broken. Americans are a blight on the world, dude. I'm sorry. We are an aberration. We are a cancer on this planet. We are constantly and consistently doing worse for everyone around us and ourselves simultaneously. It's so dangerous. We are so dangerous, dude. Jesus Christ, we are so insane. We're little babies with nukes, and we're constantly horny and angry and too stupid to recognize the damage that we're causing. Oh my fucking God. Pervert. He literally said, I'm trying to normalize, like, you know, having an AR-15 on me at every given moment. And when faced with the question, like, why do you want to do that? He's like, well, I don't want people to call 911 when they see a guy with a gun. As an SRA member, yeah, guns are great, brother, but this guy's nuts. Yeah, like, it's insane, dude.
CJ is the founder of Open Carry Texas, a group that wants to normalize the sight of people carrying guns into Chipotle and loosen Texas gun laws. They've been effective. In 2016, OCT successfully lobbied the state to legalize licensed open carry of handguns.
Are we done? No!
Do y'all mind if I come in and get a drink? I've got a rifle, but I'm not a threat. I just want to get a drink. I want a bike ride.
By law, we can't.
Oh, no, by law you can't. I've got a license.
You got a license?
Yeah. Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I can't have all these cameras in here, y'all.
America! That's America, baby! Hey, you can come in with an AR-15. Don't bring the cameras in now. Hey, we don't like that. That's dangerous. We don't want none of them libtard communist broadcasting you're doing out here in our goddamn marketplace.
do you guys have any protection back there? Oh, you do?
Good. That makes me feel better. No, it's good. I mean, for you, it makes me feel better for y'all.
Am I the only one here without a gun on me? Probably.
I ain't got a gun on me.
If you want to know what happens when everyone is fucking armed to the goddamn teeth, Denver happens, okay? When you have a sicko fascist dude running around yelling at like a black guy, okay, with a bear mace, rolls up on a security guy with the bear mace, and then just gets killed. That guy didn't deserve to die. He didn't. I'll be honest. But he died. Why? Because he has a bear mace in his hand, and he's like trying to threaten people with it and trying to harm people with it. And the other dude has a gun in his hand, and he kills someone with it. Yeah, he got murked by a literal Pinkerton, dude. Private security. Guys, if you think the dude with the bear mace deserved to die for running around with a bear mace, like, you have to recognize that, like, well, first of all, let's be honest. No one thinks anyone with a bear mace deserves to get killed. You absolutely think he deserved to get killed because you know what his background is. That's why you are coming at the story with that energy. Obviously, if it was a leftist with a bear mace who got killed by a right-winger with a gun, you would be like, oh, the leftist was defending himself and the right-winger shot him and killed him because he's a murderer. Come on. It's the escalation. Like, bear mace to a gun is still an escalation. I mean, it really is. The bear mace is an escalation. Don't run around with a bear mace and use it as an offensive weapon. What the is wrong with you? America has lost its mind, dude. I'm sorry. I guess I'm behind on the times, but I truly feel like people think it's like Wild West out here when the Wild West wasn't like that.
You know, other countries have reality TV shows with total nutcases, but in America you just have to cross the street to find the next pile of dog shit people in front of your eyes.
Guess what, Sweaty? I find that entertaining. So you and your boring country.
We're curious how the experience of this group that open carries may differ from this group that open carries. I was surprised by how many people supported CJ. but some of his soldiers felt a little green.
What are you carrying?
I don't know the specific number. I know it's an AR. I believe it's an AR-15.
It's an AR-15. Do you like open and carrying?
Yes.
Why is that?
It's just like if we don't have any open carry, if we don't get to have our guns, then what happens is that there's gonna be just gonna be chaos. Like we're not gonna be able to protect ourselves.
Yeah, dude. I'm glad that I'm glad this little boy is gonna protect us and himself from a potential tyrannical government. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Is that good for you guys? A 13-year-old carrying an AR-15?
He's probably a better shot than I am. Well, that's not true. Not many people are better shots than I am.
They used to draft 13-year-olds to go play war games. They used to draft.
They used to also have slaves, dog. Does that mean we should have slaves? Some of the stuff that we used to do back then, we no longer. As a matter of fact, a lot of the stuff that we used to do back then, we don't do now. For good reason. Like that disastrous facial hair.
CJ had the support of Civil War veterans, but the under 150 demographic had some doubts.
Yeah, what did you think when you saw him coming up with it?
Well, he was telling us that it wasn't loaded, so that was a good.
I think he says is the gun loaded?
No, he said it. What?
No, my gun's got ammo in it. We carry it like the police carry it.
But you're not the police.
You're not. Yeah.
Well, that's just it. There's really no distinction between the police and the citizenship other than their general training and permits to do so.
So the key is that distinction, and even then they still fuck it up a lot.
Training, though, is one thing. Why keep it loaded right now?
Because if somebody, Islamic terrorist, whatnot, crazy guy.
Islamic terrorist? What's your expectation? Do you fear that's going to happen right now? You're passing this out because you want more rights, because you feel you're
I want
not.
a greater restoration of rights.
So you don't have enough. You're walking around a parade route like John Wick, and you're like, I want more.
Like, what does he want? RPGs? Like, what's the... My rights are being undermined. I need to be able to have a law. You know, one of those single-use rocket launchers. Yeah, it's like Islamic terrorists are coming to Gonzales, Texas, by the way. Fucking irrelevant Andes, dude. It's so funny. I'm constantly reminded of, like, the Iowa alien abduction story. You know what I mean? It's so, like, self-centered, dog. No one, and I mean no one wants to reinstitute the Islamic Caliphate in Gonzales, Texas.
While I followed a group of predominantly white activists as they open carried in gun-loving Texas, my friend Kobe was following a group of African-American activists open carrying for a different cause.
You got a second now? All right.
Yeah, this is
All right.
time.
Awesome. But those aren't loaded, right?
Huh?
Those aren't loaded.
No, they are loaded.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They're loaded and rocking ready.
Just tell me quickly, why do you guys choose to protest in this manner? So dressed like this, open carrying, why is this form of protest?
Because black people, for the most part in this country, are voiceless. And unfortunately, it takes firearms to be in a black man's hand to get the masses' attention.
Now, this is a LARP too, but notice his rhetoric versus the rhetoric of the white gun militia. So armed white guys are like, oh, we need to expand on, you know, the gun laws that we already have. The black militia with guns is like, well, we have no other way that, like, people will take us seriously. Unfortunately, we have no other way of having people take us seriously and a right to self-preservation and determination. Unfortunately.
They were raising awareness about Botham Jean, an unarmed black man who was shot and killed in his own home by an off-duty police officer. The officer claims she thought he was a burglar and shot him, even though, again, he was sitting in his own apartment. But Rakim has other causes as well.
You know, I'm a vegan, so I eat nothing but unprocessed food.
Sorry, I'm just looking at your arms and hearing you say you're a vegan and having
Yes.
a little...
Yes, 5 years. If I lived in this area, I would have to drive maybe 6-7 miles just to get some kale.
Right.
The fruit grocery stores that are here have very little fruits and vegetables.
Right.
Again, white guys exclusively talking about not being able to bring their guns into Chipotle. Black guys talking about food deserts. Just another distinction. Now, I'm not saying that some of these black liberation groups aren't radical, or some of them might be extremists. Some of them are black separatist groups. Some of them are anti-Semitic. Certainly. But remember, you have to listen to what people are saying. You have to listen to literally what the fuck the focus is on the side of the well-armed black dudes versus what the messaging is on the well-armed white guy's side. What their goals are, what their messaging is. Focus on that. Make up your mind on whether or not what they're saying is legitimate, what their grievances are.
Soon we'd be at our destination, an Oklahoma-Texas college football game. They knew this would get attention, and I knew this would add drunk college football fans to the mix. And shit was getting tense.
We ain't making them feel comfortable today, bro. I'm sorry.
Do you know what this is? I have no idea.
I don't know, but it makes you uncomfortable, don't it? It's not like the America I grew up in for the last 63 years, I promise you.
Yeah, no, I definitely tell you that.
First of all, it literally is. That existed much more prominently in the America you grew up in, you old fuck. And secondly, why do you have that kind of take when it's black dudes rolling around with guns? Now, oh my God. I mean, that's literally the point of this demonstration, is to show the fucking contradictions. They don't like it when black people do it. It's the last time that the NRA restricted guns, baby. The last time that the NRA actually advocated for more gun control was when the Black Panthers demonstrated open carry, or the right that they had freely in California in the State House. The last time Ronald Reagan well, not Ronald Reagan, but that's the last time NRA advocated for gun control.
What are they protesting?
Police.
What do you think about that?
I agree with them.
In what way?
Police kill too many minorities. Absolutely.
Base.
Yeah. Officers, excuse me, I'm so sorry. We're just doing a piece. We're covering that protest group that was just here. I was just curious, what's your reaction to that group that was protesting?
Oh, I'm not getting on camera with that. They have every right to be here and do their stuff. We are here to simply keep everyone.
He's like, wait a minute, you're black too. You back the way. We gotta run that again. Hold on. You're one of them Barack Obama types. I didn't notice for a second that you were with that black group.
What's your reaction to that group that was protesting?
Oh, I'm not getting on camera with that.
Have a good day. Oh, by the way, who do you think's going to win today?
Well, Texas is actually up.
Oh, no, sorry. I actually meant in the impending race war. Different games.
Different games.
You have a good one. You have a good one.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Why did he think about it? Oh, God. Okay. Oh, God. He's like, oh, God. That was...
Yeah.
That literally backfired,
Meanwhile,
dude.
back in Gonzales, we were seeing a different reaction.
How's your interactions with police been?
Well, I shook their hands and they shook our hands, and other than that, we didn't have any interactions whatsoever.
There are certain groups that are fighting out of necessity. You guys feel like you're fighting for just the idea of more gun rights.
What I'm asking for is for our rights to be respected.
I don't look at you and see you as oppressed.
When you have to get permission to exercise a right, that's oppression.
Okay, this show, Klepper doesn't debate as much.
I'll tell you the thing I get tired of is the idea of this is my right, I can do it, gets in the way of this is my right, should I do it?
So I
Oh my God, what are these sequences, dude? They're so lame. Why did they shoot it
definitely think that's a difference between these two groups is just,
They're like
people...
FaceTiming each other like, oh, I miss you.
I decided to join Guerrilla Mainframe for a political theater rehearsal. Or at least that's what I'm telling myself it was to make me comfortable going to a gun range.
Hello.
This is the shit that I f***ing hate about libs, though. We're just like, I'm scared to go to a gun range. It's like literally the safest place. I'm sorry, but like, if there's one place where they follow gun laws to a T, it's motherfucking gun ranges. They are like over the top safe. If you're gonna be afraid of gun ranges, I don't know where to. Okay, with the exception of Chris Kyle, and depends on the gun range that you're going to. I'm talking about like gun ranges where they allow you to have people that don't bring their own guns, that where like people can rent out a gun. Okay, with the exception of Chris Kyle. Chris Kyle is not the norm, but the exception.
Why do you feel like guns help get your message across?
Guns, especially in this day and time, it gets a lot of people attention. But the gun is a microphone.
Have you ever thought about using like a microphone?
When we have tried that, microphones, bullhorns, our voices are still unheard.
But this should show you, in my opinion, I feel like this, maybe it's the way that the liberal media is portraying it, but like there's always an air with some of these groups, if you listen to them, and SRA is kind of like that too. SRA is like very like pro gun control overall, and like, you know, actively tells people not to bring guns to demonstrations and shit like that. But with like leftist gun advocacy or with these sorts of groups, it's often like people have a sense of, how do I describe it? Like they understand that guns are overall not a good thing, but they see it as like a last resort to let their voices be heard, to make themselves look more legitimate. Whereas I feel like with other larger gun control groups, I mean, or gun freedom advocates, it's more so about like having unlimited access and power and ownership over guns. Like they're using it as a way to make sure that their message gets heard in this circumstance.
To get his message heard, Rakim Balagoon of Gorilla Mainframe has also made several controversial statements. Most concerning, he posted that the Dallas sniper who shot and killed 5 police officers in 2016 would be seen as a hero one day.
Oh, never mind, it's all censored, but still.
And that the police deserved the violence. Do you stand by those statements?
I didn't say those officers as an individual deserve what they got. I said the police department deserved that.
So just to be clear, I'm pretty sure the exact quote is they deserve what they got. And I think it was LMAO afterwards.
Yes, and I was laughing.
Okay.
And I'm still laughing today. Yeah. Just like they're laughing at me, right? Yeah. Because as a black person, when you hear is Trayvon Martin, is Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, eventually at some point it becomes frustrating.
How can you then turn around and celebrate other people going through the pain of losing people that they love?
Just like America celebrated Hiroshima and Nagasaki after Pearl Harbor. You know, it's just, you guys get to agree for a change.
Do you have any intention of doing something like what he did?
No. Killing police officers is not gonna stop police brutality. If anything, it's gonna encourage it. You know,
because couldn't you say the same thing about your statements, though?
I want to be provocative enough to get their attention.
Okay.
Wait, didn't this guy literally go to... Is this the guy that they jailed? Like the guy that the FBI locked up as a black identity extremist? Hold on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Dallas activist Rakim Balagoon. Yeah, the FBI locked him up after they found the Alex Jones post. Yeah, he got jailed for his Facebook post.
The amendment gives him the right to say them. But apparently, no one told the FBI that.
Oh, never mind. They literally are just bringing it up
because
now.
In 2017, the Bureau started a shadowy new program allowing them to label certain African-American activists as black identity extremists. And in Rakim's case, hold him in jail for his Facebook posts.
I was detained for 6 months until the judge looked at my case.
Did they give you a reason that they denied your bail?
Yes, my social media post was used as a reason to deny bail.
If social media posts can be used against you in court, I have to take down my Pinterest immediately.
But he's not the only one to make violent.
Almost police park department is run by thugs, thieves, and terrorists. They need to be disbanded and every officer thrown in Saddam's lion cage. Good. When the lion cop gets out of the hospital, he should be tried and executed. Jesus Christ, this guy's crazy.
Threats against police online.
You've said some pretty aggressive things towards cops online.
Oh, I have, because I'm very critical of bad cops. But my comments are always geared towards bad cops.
Thugs and cowards. I swear if I ever saw this happen, I'm getting arrested or murdered too. But there will be bloody cops.
Yes, and I was talking about a very specific incident where the police were beating up an innocent, unarmed man.
But you are going online and you're ginning up hate.
I'm talking about violence towards people.
Oh my God, Jordan Klepper. Jesus Christ, dude. This show, man. God damn.
In 2018, CJ and OCT had a standoff with police in Olmos Park, Texas.
So you got an AR-15 because a man is lawfully carrying. No, we're not getting on the ground.
Get on the ground.
We're not getting on the ground.
Get on the ground. I'm not going to say you get it.
I'm not doing anything.
Get on the ground. Hey, what's Get back!
This event was remarkable because no one got killed, and because, in response to CJ's provocation, Olmos Park repealed their gun ordinance.
It was a tense situation. They asked you to get down, you didn't get down. What do you think would have happened if you were black and that situation arose?
It happens to white people, it happens to black people. When it happens to a black person, they get a lot of credit, they get a lot of attention for it, but when it happens to a white guy, we don't get the same kind of attention. It's not a black or white thing.
I don't think black people are getting credit for dying at the hands of police. That's not exactly a credit they're trying to put on their IMDb page.
What I'm trying to say is, when it happens to a black person, the media gets all up in arms and tries to make a racial issue.
Because they die, you idiot, and you didn't. And also, they don't even die because they're doing like stage demonstrations. They die because they have a phone in their hands. Oh my God, dude, you have a AR-15 inside of a goddamn, you're like right next to a child. How do you not recognize this shit?
When it happens to a white person, it's just a white person.
Also, not even true. When unarmed white guys die, black people are like the first people to protest it. Fuck me. Oh my God. Yo, this country is so broken. Oh, these people are so broken.
It worked because we didn't back down.
I mean, that sounds a little bit like privilege to me.
Oh, no, it's success. That's what it is. It's success because the people that were marching, they didn't care what skin color that was. Sometimes success is ugly. In order to achieve change, you have to sit in the front of the bus.
Also, this is a great point. Oh my God. This motherfucker is saying that when it happens to white people, no one cares, but he got the ordinance removed. Like literally, it happened to a white person. He didn't die. And then on top of that, he got a ordinance removed so that like he could do exactly that. And then he's like, oh, when it doesn't, when it happens to black people, like you get all the credit. There's no one pays attention. Like, what the f are you talking about?
In order to achieve change, you have to sit in the front of the bus.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Whoa. Wow. God damn, dude.
Are you equating yourself to Rosa Parks?
I'm talking about the very same thing. She risked her life to sit in the front of the bus. I risked my life to stand on that street corner.
You're appropriating a black hero for your...
It doesn't matter if she's black or not.
White savior complex.
No, it has nothing to do with white or black. The people who take a stand are the people who make a difference in life. And if, as a white man, if I can't say that Rosa Parks is an inspiration to me, then what good does her sacrifice mean?
Yo, very good.
His name is Hassan.
What you are sacrificing and for what cause is kind of the whole point there.
His name is Hassan.
Like, I sacrifice shortening my life when I eat a delicious burger, but I wouldn't compare that to Rosa Parks. You know what I mean? Like, everything we do, there's a give and take. You are sacrificing, sure, you're putting yourself at risk. You're putting yourself in harm's way to some degree when you're demonstrating with a weapon. But the ultimate goal there is so you can expand like gun freedom or something. That's entirely different than like what Rosa Parks was doing. For what cause? Yikes. Yeah, I'm the Rosa Parks. Yeah, I'm going to run around being like, I am kind of like Rosa Parks because I risk getting diabetes when I eat delicious ice cream sandwiches every day.